Thank you very much. I want to say, first of all, that investing in education is an investment in our future. That is something that we have to do if we want to have development in any country. I think there is enough evidence to show that the countries that have developed the most in the world are not necessarily the countries with most natural resources, but the countries where you have a high educational standard. And therefore, I think it's vital that we do have education of all our people, boys and girls, to ensure that our country and our world move forward. Early education, too, I think is vital, and we have achieved quite a bit in Guyana. In our region, in the Caribbean, we have the highest amount of enrolled students at nursery schools. And we have managed to achieve also universal primary education in Guyana. And moreover, we are working very, very hard. We are not very far away from achieving universal secondary education. Our difficulty has to do with the ruggedness of our country. The interior is very rugged, very remote in some areas. And while we have been building secondary schools with dormitories, we have not been able to have total 100% secondary education. But we are not far away, and we hope in another 2 to 3 years that we will be able to achieve this goal. As has been said here just now, one of the things we have been focusing on too is quality education. And we believe by quality, we have to, of course, lift the standards and levels of our teachers. At the moment, as a poor developing country, we have about 75% of our teachers trained. And that has been a big move from 5 years ago when it was 58%. And we hope to have it by 100% in the not too distant future. And what we mean by quality, we want to raise standards of education, and we are investing quite a lot in the physical infrastructure, the schools and the facilities. We're trying to help more developing critical skills, life skills in our people. And we want to ensure relevance of the education system towards the national focus. As I've said, we're trying to do that by extending the educational levels in all parts of our country so that we do not waste any of our human resources in that regard. We want also to point out that another important area is the whole issue of access to technology. We are investing more and more in technology, not only in the formal school system, but we have been investing in those who have dropped out of school to give them skills, life skills in various areas. And we have been building more and more technical institutes in order to lift the skills of our people. We have also been working on many other issues in our tertiary education system, but we do have some challenges here. Sustainability and making it more and more cheaper. Actually, what we're looking for is to try to raise the standard of education high enough that no child will be neglected or have difficulty in reaching their full potential. But at the same time, we're trying to make it affordable and cheap so that every person can afford it. And for that reason, government has been investing a lot, but I must point out some of the burdens and the difficulties that we face in that. One of it, I think I mentioned it last year when I was here, but the whole question of the intellectual property right and the cost of textbooks to provide for our children so that they all will have access to quality texts. And this is somewhere I believe that the international community will have to look at in order to ensure that developing countries are not left behind as far as quality is concerned. Because some of these things could be horrendously expensive in buying textbooks for our students. And also the availability of technology. We have been trying our best. We have started a program not yet completed, but we have been working on a program to ensure that every family who cannot afford to have a computer, that we will give them one so that they will not be disadvantaged because of their economic circumstances. And in that area, I think we look for support so that we can have access to other education in our remote areas where we can use technology in order to deliver education to our people in every part of our country. In conclusion, let me say that the Secretary General can rely on us for us to continue to work very hard with the international community, and we will do what we can in our own country to push ahead with the educational system. But allow me one general remark. Some of it has been hinted here. All the figures that have been pointed out of many of the children who have been neglected, it's tragic. But a lot has to do with our own international politics that we are involved in. Peace is very, very vital to education. Peace and education are linked. We will not be able to achieve these goals that we are setting ourselves. And indeed, I believe that we will be endangering the gains that we have made if we do not find peace in the Middle East. The tragic situation in the Gaza, the situation in Syria, where millions of children cannot go to school. And of course, we heard about what is happening in Nigeria and other areas. We all have to work for peace as the precondition and the basis to deliver a quality education to all our people. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much.